1-in-a-million NBA moments. These are some of the most memorable, iconic, and, well, 1-in-a-million moments in NBA history. Steph receives the ball on a handoff, goes between the legs, behind the back, falling away from the basket beyond the arc, and finds the bottom of the net. Had the Clippers been able to stop Golden State on this possession, they could have cut the lead to single digits and found themselves with momentum on their side. Instead, Curry did his best circus impersonation and somehow found space for an opening and then sunk the shot. The funniest thing about this play is the reaction of Warriors head coach Steph Curry, who has his hands in the air watching the play unfold, and then is just left shaking his head when Curry hits the shot. And speaking of plays that weren't exactly drawn up, inside the time Derek Fisher hit a buzzer to win the game with 0.4 seconds left against the Spurs, when Tim Duncan made an incredible off-balance shot to give San Antonio the lead. We all thought the game was over, but it turned out that there was a smidge of time left for some magic to happen.
Here they go. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher scores at the buzzer!
The Lakers drew up an inbound play and found Derek Fisher with the defender draped all over him. Fisher caught the ball, turned quickly, and threw up a prayer. Fisher's iconic shot lives on as one of the greatest moments in NBA history, but still, not as great as this play that lives on to this day. Allen Iverson did his defender so wrong that he had regrets of ever pulling off such an act. It was Game 1 of the NBA Finals, with time winding down in overtime. With the Sixers up by 2 and under 1 minute left, Iverson found himself in the corner with Ty Lue, guarding him one-on-one. Iverson then performed his patented crossover and created separation to get off the shot. After sinking the jumper, Iverson stepped right over Lue, who had fallen after watching the shot go in the hoop. In an interview on Showtime's All the Smoke podcast, Iverson shared some words.
I don't like it because I love him.
Iverson continued,
You don't know when you're going to do something. You don't know the emotions in the game or what go on throughout the game. Yeah, it was dope when you look back on it,
right.
But I just don't like it.
Moving on with the most insane finals moments in NBA history. It's a shot that rarely even gets talked about. In the fourth quarter, with time winding down, the Knicks' Dave DeBusschere made a jump shot to give New York a 2-point advantage with just 3 seconds on the clock. Jerry West then received the inbound and took a couple of dribbles up the court. West threw up a rainbow shot and sank it.
West throws it up. He makes it.
This is just one of those plays where you just shake your head and say, wow. Kind of like the time Jeff Malone put off a play for the ages. Time was winding down, and Malone's Washington Bullets were trailing the Detroit Pistons by 2 points. After a missed free throw by Detroit, Washington had the ball on a fast break when an errant pass saw the ball heading toward the crowd in the front row. But somehow, Malone was able to corral the pass, somewhat set his feet, and get off a shot, with his momentum carrying him over the baseline. There's almost no chance he could have seen the ball go in, and yet he made the nearly impossible shot to win the game for the Bullets. Speaking of winning plays, I know all of us remember this moment from 7 years ago. With under 2 minutes remaining in Game 7 of the Finals and the game tied at 89, Andre Iguodala grabs a rebound and runs the ball back towards his side of the court on a 2-on-1 fast break. After a give and go with Steph Curry, Iguodala seems to have a wide open look at the basket. As he goes for the layup, LeBron James comes out of nowhere and pulls off arguably the most emphatic rejection of all time.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala.
From one end of the court to the other, LeBron's superhuman athleticism helped the Cavs complete the comeback and won the first NBA championship in franchise history. And before we move any further, we know you're enjoying this awesome content, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these great moments on the Baller channel. The Rockets found themselves up by 2 points in Game 6 with 0.9 seconds on the clock. They had a solid opportunity to force a Game 7, but they needed one last defensive stop. Then Damian Lillard happened.
On 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Oh my God! And the Blazers win the series.
Lillard ran from the other side of the court off of 2 screens and grabbed the inbound pass. He turned his body towards the basket and got the shot off with the hand in his face while fading to his left. The shot hit nothing but net and sent the Blazers fans into a frenzy. Game time is cold-blooded under pressure and has developed into one of the most clutch players in the NBA. I guess Dame took a page from Ray Allen's book because Ray Allen had fans screaming at the top of their lungs more than anyone ever when he hit his iconic three-pointer in the 2013 NBA Finals. The Spurs led Game 6 by 3 points with under 10 seconds left to play in the game. But Ray Allen was not ready to give up just yet.
Set the three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Without hesitation, Allen put up a 3-ball that found the bottom of the net and wound up sending the game to overtime. Hitting one huge shot is something, but hitting a series of shots in a matter of seconds is a whole nother thing. Tracy McGrady's 13 points in 35 seconds is still the most spectacular flurry of offense in NBA history. McGrady caught fire by hitting 4 consecutive three-pointers, which included a 4-point play, and then he capped it off with a game-winning shot. On the final play of the game, the Spurs turned the ball over, and Houston had the ball in transition.
Brady for the win. Yeah! 1.7 to go.
McGrady took the ball down the court and pulled up from the three-point line, and there was no way he was gonna miss. And I forgot to say, Kawhi had to have pulled off some sort of Houdini with this incredible improbable shot at the buzzer to beat the 76ers and send the Toronto Raptors to the next round.
Is this the dagger?
The ball bounced around, and bounced some more before deciding to finally fall, like 4 business days later. And it remains to be the only game winner in a Game 7 in the history of the playoffs. Hey, before you go, why not subscribe and watch some of these other great videos we put out? Come on, you know you want to.